Hello, it's your boy J4Peace back with another video, and yes, today I'm going to be breaking down the upcoming 7th anniversary predictions, dates, and what's the prices. I know a lot of y'all are very curious, and if you guys want to join your boy, like, share, sub, turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload like wabadi. And of course, you guys want to join your boy's Discord, link in the description. And of course, yeah, let's get straight into breaking down these predictions, fams. Now, let's look at the dates of the anniversary. Now, originally I was gonna say December, January, because that's the main time that they release the EXs, right? You know, we get like 2 EXs in January and then 1 in like late December, you know, like previous anniversaries. But the thing is about this past anniversary here of the 6.5 Annie, it was a lot different. And it was way more off. It was really weird. Okay, we got a EX in, I think, in June. We got our first EX in June, then we skipped July, we got one in August, then we got a third one in, was it November? Yeah, we got an EX in November? Yeah, early November. Out of the blue, right? It was weird. So now I'm kind of confused, like, is it gonna be the same? Or is it gonna be kind of different? Are they gonna put, like, instead of not releasing an EX in December, they're gonna release an EX in like January, like 2 EXs in January, and then 1 EX in February. Right? So that's kind of like, it's kind of like right now the dates are kind of confusing. But to stay safe, and I'm gonna play it safe for today, I am gonna go for late December as usual, and probably 2 EXs in January, or maybe 1 EX in January and 1 in February. So those are my predictions for the dates. Now let us dive into the prices and predictions. So let's dive into the OPBR prices, because I know a lot of y'all are very curious about the prices. And me, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna kind of be disappointed, because I know some of y'all, some of you guys have limited amount of diamonds, right? And I know that some of y'all really want some of these EXs. And I'm just gonna say this to you in the nicest way possible. If you don't have 3K plus, you're fucked. Okay, you're fucked. Okay, you're bent over, you're fucked. You in every way, think of anything you could think of, any which way you could think of, you're getting clapped. Okay, if you don't have that, there's no hope for you. Okay, now if I'm gonna predict the first EX, okay, let's say the first price, expect the price. Okay, this is an expectation. Expect the price to be around 2.8K to 3.2. Yeah, it's that expensive. A lot of these EXs recently have been very expensive. They've been 3K plus. Okay, this past anniversary was expensive alone. Okay, you had Kizaru, who was 3.2K. I think it's 3.1 or 3.2. Some of you guys could correct me in the comments, right? Gear 5 Luffy was 3.8K. Okay, he was 3.8K. That's very expensive. Okay, and then you have what's his name, Saturn, who was 2.8K. Which was, yeah, it was a lot cheaper compared to the other EXs, but it's still very expensive. 2.8K is crazy. Let's be honest. 2.8K is actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So looking at those prices, you're probably wondering, okay, how am I gonna afford these EXs? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say this, like, y'all gotta stock and save, because these prices are gonna be crazy. And if I was to predict the main EX, because you know that there's the main Annie EX, and then there's like a third EX as well, which I think is probably the main. If I was to predict those two, the main one would be around it'll be 3K plus. It'll be at least 3.2 to 3.4K. Yeah, or 3.5. Okay? And then if you was to predict the next one, it would be 3.5, 3.3. So around those, it's between those two. All right? Between those two. So yeah, it's gonna be very steep. We're going through OPBR inflation, so be careful, y'all. Anyway, let's dive into predictions of the characters. Now, for this anniversary, predicting the final characters is gonna be kind of hard, because before we got the preview for Saturn, like before we got Saturn himself, they advertised that it was gonna be Egghead Climax, if you guys could see on the screen here, right? Now, for the Wano arc, they did the same thing, and the last time they put Climax, it was basically the finale. After this, there was no more arc, there was no more characters related to that arc or anything. So this prediction is gonna be kind of hard. Now, my first prediction is gonna be Trafalgar Law. Now Trafalgar Law, he was in the Egghead arc, but he wasn't necessarily in the Egghead arc in and of itself. He was fighting Blackbeard, right? And a lot of people would love to get Trafalgar Law, especially transgender Law, because a lot of y'all some horny ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all would love the trans nigga too. You know what I'm saying, fams? So we could potentially get trans Law or Trafalgar Law. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Right? Yeah. Anyway, for number 2 here, Blackbeard. Yes, I understand that I've been trying to predict this guy for like how many years now? 2 years? Like, how many anniversaries has it been? 3, 4? Have mercy. It's been ridiculous. I kind of given up on it, but he's also a big possibility because, first of all, like, you know, the Elbaf arc is supposed to be in April. It's going to be a seasonal anime if you guys didn't know. Yes, it's going to be a seasonal anime. Go look it up. It's going to come around April. So we're not getting anything related to Elbaf anytime soon. It's so, like, looking at it right now, I think Blackbeard could be a very big possibility because he's like one of the only characters that are relevant to use, right? So that's also a big possibility. Number 3, Bonnie. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. You guys go look it up yourself. I am not spoiling anything else. That's it, okay? Number 4. Now, this could be very highly likely, okay? Cross Guild. Yes, Cross Guild is basically hyped. A lot of people love Cross Guild because of a certain someone. Yeah, Mihawk. And of course, Buggy, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Crocodile. A lot of people will love the first triple unit. You know, Bandai loved to add new mechanics to do different I can't speak. Different new EXs. Alright? You know, so there'll also be a pretty interesting EX. Now, for number 5, which is also very highly likely, is a different arc. A lot of people want a different arc that they would love to, you know, to dive into. And a very prominent arc that Bandai has not done in this game yet is Annie's Lobby. Now, we already have an Annie's Lobby stage for Challenge Battle. If you guys didn't see it, I'll probably show it on the screen for y'all. Right? We have a stage. We just need the arc. And why not Annie's Lobby? A lot of people love that arc. That's one of the most beloved arcs in all of One Piece. And people are still complaining, even me, that we don't have, you know, like, we have Afro Luffy. Like, nigga, we have Afro Luffy and Foxy, and we don't have Annie's Lobby Luffy. When he turned into Gear 2, I know a lot of people would go crazy for Gear 2 Luffy, right? Annie's Lobby Zoro, Asura, like, you know what I'm saying, fams? Annie's Lobby Sanji, like, you know what I'm saying, fams? Like, come on. And like, people would love to have like different arcs, you know, or maybe you could dive back into the Wano arc and maybe get Onigashima Luffy. If y'all seen One Piece Fighting Path, they released Onigashima Luffy. They released like 3 different Luffys from the same arc, and they did him good and did him great and did him justice. So that could be really crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, let's dive into the conclusion of this video. Man, to end off this vid, man, and to look at the anniversary, bruh, yo, we gotta prepare. You guys gotta prepare, because I don't know. Like, this is probably one of the most unpredictable anniversaries in a long time. In a very long time. Like, before there was like this concrete theme, there was this, there's that. Now, it could most likely be Egghead, but looking at, you know, the hint, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it. It just doesn't look like we're gonna get any more Egghead units. And look how quickly they rushed Saturn, right? And you look at the seasonal anime coming in April or whatever. It just doesn't look good. It really does not look good right now for us. Alright, it doesn't look, you know, it looks. It's oh my goodness, I can't even speak. I'm just unsure. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear you guys' opinions down below. I want to know how you guys feel about this, and who do you think is gonna come? Which character do you think is gonna pull up? Who do you think is gonna like change the meta? Who do you think is gonna, you know, what's the prices? How much diamonds do you guys have? You know, because I know that's a very big concern for a lot of y'all, is your diamonds. And a lot of you guys have been saying, yo, my diamonds have been low. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm in a good position because I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting very, very lucky on these past few EXs. I've been getting very, very lucky. If you guys seen some of my summonings videos, I've been going crazy. I'll put the link in the description for some of those videos for you guys to watch. But yeah, you know, so like that's also a thing, like you know. And now me personally, I feel like they should downgrade the prices a bit, like at least to 2.4K to 2.3K. Like the fact that they keep raising the prices like this, or the fact that these prices are like this in the first place, is it's like not everybody can afford that. And the fact that you're just pumping out EXs like this and that, and then you're pumping out powerful bounty festivals, this and that, it's like like yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Luffy's already, like Gear 5 V2's Luffy's already getting countered, and he costed 3.8K. He costed 3.8K and he's already getting countered easily. So you know, I think they need to start downgrading the prices a bit and start evening out the prices instead of making it very, very expensive for a lot of players, you know? But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys stay strong, stay safe, stay blessed. Like, share, sub, turn on notice so you don't miss an upload of your boy. Yeah. And yeah, stay blessed. Peace.